Wind's gonna kill me today. How are you, friends? Good morning. Hey, Kristen. Good morning to you. My little life is good mug today. Thank you, Sue Lanyon. It's one of my favorite. Actually, the little barista that gave me my coffee this morning said admired this. This is awesome. Not just for the life is good, but for the fact that it was that just it has a great feel to it, which all like it's the great thing of all good mugs, like that they have to have this good hand feel to them. The whole ritual of coffee. We don't talk about that today. I talk about it too much already. Hello, everybody. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Vicky. Glad you're here. Good morning, Karen. Glad you're with us. That's Cecile. Good morning. Good morning, John. Yeah, it is a beautiful day, and so I decided to take us somewhere beautiful. We're down. I'm down on Grinnell's Beach in Tiverton, down on the river here, and one of these beautiful little spots. If you never get down here, down across from Fort Barton, beautiful spot on a beautiful day, and so that's what I want us to bring us to today. That this reminder, this lifting up of all of the good, of all of the beauty, of all of the wonder that this life holds, of all of the little sippy cups, which, a dog and a guy and a thing fishing, beautiful. All of the beauty of the natural world that's behind us, all of the wonders of the breeze on my face and the sun on my skin, all of the beauties of it. I want to bring it to you today at this 11:11. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're a part of this. Good morning, Jackie. Glad you're here. So this day, I keep going to Fog Lantern. Nice, also beautiful. So today we're, uh, for those of us who are kind of watching what's going on in the world and all of the profound evils of the world that seem to be continuing to pop their heads out, and with the incredible evil that broke loose on yesterday in Uvalde, Texas, all of it. I think it always begs us, how do we respond? What do we do with this? What do we do with profound evil in our midst? How do we contend with this? What is our response to be? What are we doing with this in its moment? And there's been if you spend any time on social media, there's this movement right now of everybody thinking it's cool to say, like, oh, thoughts and prayers, we don't want to hear about your thoughts and prayers, which I get the outrage. Like, I get, if we're not outraged by the killing of children, if we're not outraged by the brutality of the world, if we're not simply out walking through the world, seeing that which is less than, uh, then in some ways we're missing what our call is to respond to in this world. We're, and that outrage should be part of that. I understand that. But this movement to question our ideas of the willingness to send somebody prayers, the willingness to hold somebody in your heart, to offer, to have them, people that you do not know and that do not know you, to hold them in the bosom of your heart and in the center of your mind, and wish the very well for them. That's not nothing. That's not nothing. In fact, it is for us, I think, one of the high callings. Now, there are things to do, and there are always things to do. I'm not arguing with that. But the world is filled with things to do. Jesus, very clear, the poor will always be with you. He wasn't just talking about, how people with low bank accounts. He was talking about the fact that the needs of the world will always, the evil of the world will always seek to contaminate, seek to break into, seek to challenge what we are and what we have. But I'd submit to you, it's the holding of goodness and grace within us, holding of thoughts and prayers for others, and wishing them very well. The response is the very start. I'm not saying it's where we end, but it's the very start of the transformation of the world. Jesus in his ministry, again and again and again, prays for that which is to come. He teaches the disciples how to pray. He offers up again and again and again the passions of his heart. He stands over Jerusalem and weeps. All of this. If we were to take our kind of materialist friends at their heart and at their word these days, that who are just like, we need to do something. And did you ever notice doing something always means, kind of intervening on some sort of material way? It always means kind of ratcheting up violence in one way or another. And I don't care how you want to respond to it. Whether it's put armed guards in schools, whether it's take all the guns away. Doesn't matter. Both of those are acts of violence, friends. Because if somebody comes up to take a gun and they don't want to give it, you're going to take it by violence. That's what's going to happen. The state's going to do that. It's all like what's actually happening there when we say we have to do something is we're trading violence for violence. We're trading blindness for blindness. What we need to do is hold the beauty of the world at the center of our being. And that means that the loving the grace and the beauty of what those children of the past were in this world. It means holding close those who are grieving and whose hearts are broken. It means holding our own hearts close in the way that encounters with profound evil always make us fractured or pained or injured, or at least they should. I have set before you. This is the great command that from the Mosaic world. I have set out of Deuteronomy. I have set before you life and death, good and evil. Choose life. The choice of life is not in the rearranging the material world or rearranging the world of control in such a way so that we have mastery over all things so that nothing bad ever happens. That's death, friends. That's a you can take a corpse and you can stick it in formaldehyde and it will never decay, but it will also never live. It will also will have no movement, no grace in it. We live in a world bound to encounter great horrors and great evil. It's going to happen. Our invitation is to, in the midst of great evil, choose life, choose beauty, choose goodness, choose compassion, love the world as we can and where we can in the brokenness of the world. And for some of us, that might mean praying for somebody who just had a great loss, praying for some parents who just had the worst day of their lives, praying for a community that is hurt and broken. And that's not nothing. In fact, it is the very thing that has changed the very fabric of the universe and the very fabric of the world, because it changes not only the fabric of what's out there. We can talk about all kinds of ways in which prayer changes anything out there, but what it does is it allows us to continue to let the flame burn. It allows us to continue to hold light in this world when others can't. It allows us to continue to shine when the darkness creeps around, so that the darkness may not overcome it. That our prayers are more necessary now than they ever have been. And I have some of my colleagues, some of my clergy colleagues who are like, we need to do something. Like, yes, we need to pray. We need to pray for the salvation of the world. We need to pray for the love and the joy and the peace that can surpasses all understanding to come over those poor, hurting, broken community of Uvalde, Texas. And so maybe, just maybe, if we can pray for that, maybe it will come over our poor, hurting, broken lives as well. We may be contending with different griefs. We may be contending with different pain. We may be contending with different evil. But contending we are, friends. And if we forget that, we forget the very invitation that's set before us. I have set before you life and death. I have set before you good and evil. Choose life. So that's why I wanted to bring you to this place today. I wanted to bring you to this place of beauty. I wanted to bring you to this place that I just love. Coastal Roasters right over there. Yes, they did in fact fill my cup. That we might come and encounter beauty. We might come and say a prayer for those who are in pain and lost. That we might come and offer our light to the world in the way in which so that the world may not fall into darkness. For if the kingdom of heaven is to come into this world, if the movement of the world and light is to come, it is to come through us, not in the way not in the way that we're the generators of it, but that we are the instruments of it, that we might be instruments in the hand of the one for whom all good things come, and from all things are made right, and to whom all wounds are mended, and whom all griefs are tended, and all goodness flows from. This is our hope today. At least it's my hope, and I hope it's yours too. That we might come and find ourselves in beauty, find ourselves in love, find ourselves, and even though our hearts might hurt, even though our head may be in wonder, that we might come to, and you might go to some beautiful place in your world and see that goodness still reigns and that life is in fact good. All right, friends. Peace and grace to you all. I will pick it up tomorrow with another 11:11.